listening, most people believe that aging is something that simply happens to you. That one morning, you wake up, and your body has quietly decided to slow down. But after decades of observing patients, I can tell you, that is not how it works. Aging is not random. It is not entirely inevitable. And it is certainly not equal. Two people can be the same age. 70, 75, even 80, and one of them is walking through the park each morning, preparing their own meals, living independently, while the other struggles to get out of bed. Same generation. Same world. But completely different outcomes. And what separates them is not luck. It is not mostly genetics. It is something much quieter than that. It is daily habits. Small, repeated patterns that shape the body over time. Habits so ordinary that most people never stop to question them. Today, I want to gently walk you through 5 of these habits. 5 silent patterns that may be shortening your life without you even noticing. And then, I will share 3 simple things you can begin doing, starting tomorrow, to slowly push back. Some of what I say may feel uncomfortable. That is okay. Because the things that matter most often do. Let us begin, slowly. A doctor once shared something very simple with me. He said, I can often understand a patient's future just by watching how they walk into the room. Not by their reports. Not by their test results. But by how they move. Their balance, their confidence, their rhythm. Because movement is not just about muscles. It reflects how the entire body is functioning. And one of the biggest threats to that movement is something very common. Sitting. Not just sitting, but sitting for long, unbroken periods. When you remain still, for more than 30 minutes at a time, your circulation slows. Blood begins to pool. Your brain receives less oxygen. And slowly, inflammation begins to build. Now here is what many people misunderstand, it is not just about how long you sit. It is about how long you sit without interruption. You might take a walk in the morning, and still spend the rest of the day sitting. And your body still feels the strain. Because the body does not work on averages. It responds, moment by moment. The solution is not intense exercise. It is gentle interruption. Every 30 minutes, simply stand. Take a few steps. Stretch your arms. Breathe. Even 1 or 2 minutes is enough. And over time, it makes a profound difference. Also remember, walking alone is not enough. Your muscles need resistance. They need to feel effort. Standing up from a chair, slowly, multiple times. Carrying something slightly heavy. Pressing your hands against a wall. These small actions tell your body to stay strong. Sitting too long, without interruption. This is habit number 1. If you are finding this helpful so far, and it is making you reflect on your own routine, take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. Not for me, but so that these simple ideas can reach someone else who may need them. Now, let us move to something a little more sensitive. Medications. I want to be very clear, this is not about stopping your medicine. It is about awareness. As people age, it becomes common to take multiple medications. Sometimes 5, sometimes more. Each one, prescribed for a reason. But over time, they begin to overlap. One lowers blood pressure. Another causes dizziness. Another affects alertness. And together, they increase risk. Especially the risk of falling. And a fall, at an older age, is not a small event. It can change everything. There is also something many people do not realize: some medications slowly reduce important nutrients in the body, leading to fatigue, weakness, confusion. And then, another medication is added. A cycle that continues quietly. So once a year, take all your medications, everything you use, and simply review them with your doctor. Ask gently: do I still need this? Sometimes, removing even one can make a meaningful difference. Now let us slow down and talk about something your body deeply depends on: sleep. Sleep is not just rest. It is repair. It is when your brain clears waste. When your immune system strengthens. When your heart gets relief. When your body resets. And even one poor night of sleep can begin to disrupt this balance. But here is the important part: too little sleep is harmful. And too much sleep can also be a signal of imbalance. Your body needs rhythm, consistency. Going to bed at the same time. Waking up at the same time. Reducing stimulation before sleep. Letting your body remember how to rest. After just a few nights of steady sleep, most people notice they feel clearer, calmer, more like themselves again. Now, a very quiet habit that many people miss completely: dehydration. As you age, your sense of thirst becomes weaker. You may not feel thirsty, even when your body needs water. And slowly, your blood thickens. Your heart works harder. Your mind becomes less sharp. Your joints feel stiffer. All without obvious warning. The solution is simple. Do not wait for thirst. Drink small amounts, consistently. A glass in the morning. A few sips throughout the day. Keep it nearby. Make it easy. Because small consistency protects your body in ways you cannot see immediately. And now, the final habit. Stress. Not loud stress. Not sudden stress. But quiet, constant stress. The kind that sits in the background, day after day. Worry about health. About independence. About the future. This kind of stress slowly wears the body down. It raises cortisol. It weakens immunity. It accelerates aging. But the solution is not to remove stress completely. That is not realistic. The solution is to create moments of recovery. A short walk. A calm conversation, a few minutes of stillness. Even slow breathing signals safety to your body. And that alone begins to heal. So these are the 5 habits. Sitting too long. Too many medications without review. Poor sleep. Not enough hydration. And constant stress. Now, before we finish, if this message is helping you see things more clearly, take a quiet moment to subscribe, like, and share this with someone you care about. Because sometimes, one small idea can change the direction of someone's life. And now, 3 simple things you can begin starting tomorrow. Not dramatic changes. Not overwhelming routines. Just small, steady actions that quietly protect your body over time. First, include a source of protein in every meal. Not in large amounts. Not in complicated ways. Just a simple, palm-sized portion, at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Here is why this matters more than most people realize: as you grow older, your body becomes less efficient at using protein. Even if you eat the same amount as before, your body builds less muscle from it. This is a natural process, but it has consequences. Muscle is not just about strength. It protects your balance. It supports your joints. It helps regulate blood sugar. It even plays a role in your immune system. When muscle slowly declines, everything becomes harder. Standing up, walking, recovering from illness, even maintaining independence. And here is something many people overlook: your body cannot store protein the way it stores fat. If you eat most of your protein at dinner, your body simply cannot use all of it. A large portion is wasted. But when you spread it across your day, morning, afternoon, evening, your body uses it more efficiently. It builds, and maintains, what you already have. So tomorrow morning, you might add something simple. An egg. A bowl of yogurt. A handful of nuts. At lunch, perhaps some chicken, lentils, or tofu. Dinner can remain as it is. You are not adding complexity. You are simply redistributing what your body already needs. And over weeks, and months, this quiet habit protects your strength. Second, every 30 minutes, stand up. That is all. No equipment. No special clothing. No schedule. Just stand, stretch. Take a few steps. And then sit back down. It may sound too simple to matter, but it is one of the most powerful habits you can build. Because long, uninterrupted sitting is one of the fastest ways the body begins to decline. When you sit too long, your circulation slows. Your muscles switch off. Your metabolism becomes less efficient. And your brain receives less stimulation. But the moment you stand, everything begins to reset. Blood starts flowing again. Muscles activate. Oxygen increases. Even your focus improves. And here is the important part: you do not need to exercise intensely. You do not need to sweat. Even light movement is enough. Standing during a phone call. Walking to the kitchen. Stretching your arms. Rolling your shoulders. These small interruptions send a signal to your body: stay active. Stay alive. You can connect this habit to things you already do. Every time you watch television, stand during breaks. Every time you drink water, take a few extra steps. Every time your phone rings, stand before answering. Over time, this stops feeling like effort and starts becoming natural. Your body begins to expect movement. And that expectation keeps it functioning. Third, create a simple 10-minute night routine. Not a long routine. Not something complicated. Just 3 small steps, done in the same order, every night. Because the way you end your day quietly shapes how your body feels the next morning. Start with a glass of water. Even if you are not thirsty. Especially if you are not. Because as we age, the feeling of thirst becomes unreliable. That one glass supports your kidneys through the long hours of sleep. It keeps your system balanced when you are not drinking anything else. Next, take a moment to look at your medications. Not to change anything on your own, but simply to stay aware. Do you recognize each one? Do you remember why you are taking it? Has it been reviewed recently? This small habit builds clarity. And over time, it prevents unnecessary complexity. And finally, place your phone in another room. Not beside your bed. Not within reach. In another room. Because your mind needs space to slow down. The light from your screen delays sleep. But even more than that, the information keeps your brain active. Messages, news, thoughts, they follow you into the night. And your body never fully relaxes. But when the phone is away, the room becomes quieter. Your mind begins to settle. Your breathing slows. And sleep comes more naturally. This simple routine, just a few minutes, supports your hydration, reduces stress, improves sleep, and brings awareness to your health. All at once. You do not need to change everything. You do not need to rush. You just need to begin, with something small. Because real change happens quietly. One habit at a time. One day at a time. And over time, those small changes become your strength.